peace. That's just.
Thank you
Can
very
I
much.
have something
Yeah,
quickly?
Miss.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, sorry. I know, I mean, what I want to say is it's very important that people realize that even after you get into the system, you would be, you like the program is so draining that you'll be tired of schoolwork. So if you don't have any other life aside from book, you'll be like, you would be, most of the time you'll be mentally stressed. If you're not doing anything that is impacting lives and then you're coming here, you see, most of the people who get opportunities, they are not the people who are so well desperate. Now, desperation is in category, right? So there is the good desperation and there is the bad desperation. I've been a victim of bad desperation. I mean, imagine being, I was swindled as well. So it gets to a point where you just tell yourself that it's either I get it or I get it. When it begins to get to that point, you'll be so stressed. So it's very important that you are calculative in your approach and while you're chasing this whole goal. I mean, can you commit to doing community related projects? Let me give an example. Even if you think that you don't have all the skills to write papers, that area of interest, can you do anything in the community that is in line with it? So maybe your interest is fishery. Do you have a fish farm where it's like a social enterprise, right? And you're basically teaching women who have no, well, who are, secondary school leavers or, in the school how to do fish farming. I mean, I have a lot of young people who run small scale businesses in that area. So they need to see that beyond you being a bookworm, there are many people who are coming with the best CGPAs, the best, maybe the TOEFL score or, GRE score. What makes you outstanding is, those other qualities, those other things that many people traditionally would not do or focus on. If you don't have publications yet, I mean, think about the things you've done in the community. How about you pumping it up and, shining light on those things and those other things that you have done? Let me tell you one interesting thing. I am studying a communication program, no doubt. I had a first and second degree in classics. My interest is, domestic violence and stigma. Because I'd written a book on stigma, because I'd started a non-profit, the Left-Handers International Organization, talking about stigma and abuse and all of that, those were like my selling points, right? That I had one, in quotes, bloody first class didn't matter. Why? Because it didn't make sense to them. I didn't have the background they were looking for. But because I'd involved myself in community work, I'd been interacting with people. One thing we all need to understand is research ideas are not born from papers alone or from your classroom work. Research ideas can be born on the field. They can be born in your community work. So you need to show that, okay, despite that, even if you didn't do anything related to your interest in school, what have you done in your community that then motivated you to say, this is what I want to commit the rest of my life to doing? And rather than get frustrated and keep focusing on your CGPA, my CGPA did not make sense, for crying out loud. So you need to begin to ask yourself, what are those other things that you need to focus on that you're not focusing on? Beyond the grades, they want well-rounded, candidates who will represent them anywhere. And these little things, they do matter. And lastly, if you are not visible, work on your visibility henceforth. When I say visibility, I mean, when they Google your name, what would they find? Leave all this, like my CGPA, my CGPA. Be visible so that they can say, wow. They won't check your transcript first. Once you email somebody, they would have gone online. Okay, what is this person into? Let the things they will see online, let it match what you're coming to tell them via your, email, your statement of purpose. Let the story align. Application story is not about your CGP alone. I can keep talking. You know what? Let me just keep quiet. Let's not start another.
Go ahead. I just want to add to what Bisola just said, because, and that is the essence of statement of purpose, because you want to create a narration or you want to create a narrative